Whatever, I don't need to type to anybody. This game is a massive multiplayer game? Question mark? Anyway, everybody, welcome back to Retrograde where plays Genshin Impact. You know, a modern game. Where I'm not tired. I've been talking about, like, wanting to do... I don't have... You know what? This is actually this is a way better idea. I'm climbing boxes. Why am I climbing boxes? Because I want to see, like, how far this game tries to take it. Oh, wow. That... Really? Really? Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay. Wow, we really Legend of Zelda out here. We actually Breath of the Wild. It's your boy, the Omega Jack, aka Daniel Nakaruzu Fortis, aka Geo, aka George Stanford Porter, aka GSP. We named our main character Bubbles. I went with the girl twin. I know I'm not doing any impressive level play because this is the beginning of Genshin Impact. I know a lot of people have gotten a head start on me because everybody loves trends. Everybody loves games that, you know, we only play because other people play it, not because we actually like it. But I've given this game enough time, and I found that, like, I was waiting for this game to come out on Switch because I wanted the direct comparison of the Switch version that's coming, or I thought was coming, and Breath of the Wild. But I'm pretty sure there is a Genshin Impact version coming to Switch. I mean, the game is pretty. I like the stylization. The game is, this game reminds me of, like, if Square Enix wanted to make Radiata Stories remake, they should look at the, like, Genshin Impact style and try to replicate that, because Dumpling looks like she's straight out of Radiata Stories 2. A lot of the games that are coming out this year are 3D anime games. Look at the water. Water looks nice. This game is very impressive when you think about it. I can understand, like, I can go, like, those are all mountains that I can actually go to. They're not set pieces. That's showing me actual items in the distance. See, I'm interested since I've begun even understanding how video game design and programming works, like where you just have boxes. Like this area would usually be a box, but this is an open world. There are that tower, that blue light over there is where we did episode 1, or 0, my starting episode, which we probably won't do. We learned there's not much to be learned. Oh, whoa, what's this? Yo, you can just steal birds' eggs? Yo, this game's crazy. No wonder people wanted to play it. I'm actually glad I'm up, because I have 2,000... I'm level 3 and I have 2,000 HP. Didn't I start off with, like, 900? Wow, it's a lot of leveling up. The one thing I will say about this game... Oh, and I just realized she, like, has, like, star maps. So it's, like, she's, like... What I don't understand from this game is that I think you're supposed to learn who the main characters are, depending upon which gender you choose, and because they don't have names that, you know, I think she spoke her brother's name. They might have names, but you give them your own name, to a la very similar to something of Legend of Zelda. I don't know if I wanted to do that for something like I'm working on a game myself. Jamaica, cyberpunk, afropunk, action RPG idea that kind of that doesn't kind of. I have a lot of inspirations that go into it. I've been trying to incorporate a lot of ideas and design aspects that I feel are important to a designer that I never thought about myself until I actually, like, did more research on my own on seeing, like, how other designers and creators look at the way they design and how I design. And, like, do I mimic, or do I try to differentiate myself by trying to do things my own way? And I think I've gone with the answer of trying to do things my own way, because that's usually the best way to get noticed and differentiate yourself from the crowd of artists and designers. So I wanted to create a cyberpunk that is kind of like this, like it's pretty and beautiful. Like, the backdrop of cyberpunk stories is that it's very dreary and things are bad and only getting worse every day, and only by the plucky individualism of a single person can things possibly get any better than they've been. I don't want to necessarily drive too far away from that. I want to create a juxtaposition that Teen Titans had, where the dark and the light is real. It coexists, like Hunter times Hunter. There isn't good and evil, there are people. They're just people. Does she stand bow-legged? She stands bow-legged. Okay, I think they might have taken the moe a little too far. She's not overtly sexual. She doesn't have huge tickle bitties for a model. But the fact that she has like the inward like bow-legged step, she's consistently just like you know what, I don't even want to go there because I don't want to judge any. I don't want any future, current, past, present ladies and potential associates and friends to think like, oh yeah, listen to Mr. has a comment about how a woman's body's formed. Friends came for a drink, temporarily closed, manager. Do people in Monastery really love drinking that much? Paimon. There's a lot of voice acting in this game too, but it's good to know that not everything is voice acted, obviously. Because the game it's 30 gigs. I don't know how some of you are keeping these on your phones. Like, y'all out here with 256 meg SD cards? And you're probably wondering, like, why is this man... Oh, did I lose a lot of health in that fall? Oh, I sure did. Dawn Winery Recruitment Guide to battle-hardened connoisseurs of fine wine and fighting arts. The fine wines meticulously brewed by the Dawn Winery have always quenched people's... Thank you? Quench people's thirst for the finest liquor. Furthermore, the tax revenues generated by the winery alone amounted to 11.4% of the annual expenditure of the Knights of Favonius last year. We are grateful for your patronage and proud support Mondstadt and its people, but the prosperity we enjoy today may be at risk. In recent years, the number of wild monsters has dropped considerably under the repression of the Knights of Favonius. The lives and property of people have been safeguarded, but wildlife has proliferated inordinately due to the lack of natural predators. Although the winery has made its highest priority to secure the vineyard, an average of 10 or more vines are uprooted by boars every week. If this situation persists, the yield of our vineyard will decrease dramatically. As such, the Dawn Winery is looking for skilled fighters like you who aspire to preserve Mondstadt and its fine wines. Visit the Dawn Winery with your best gear today. Join us in the safeguarding the Dawn Winery Mondstadt. Estimated value based on data from previous years. Any figures stated do not represent the official financial situation of the Knights. Somebody had to sit here and make this flavor text. That is crazy. I love it.
Take a seat. We have a few specials today at Angel's
Share. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Oh, do I switch it? Oh, and you can push people? I'm glad it doesn't, like... Come on, come in. We have a discount at Angel's Share. Tell me about Angel's Share. It was way back when the Dawn Winery was just established when the owner of the winery opened this tavern. The winery's owner, Master Dialog, still holds the deed to Angel's Share. He really has taken the business to the next level. The best in Mondstadt is the truth. Master Dialog serves the customers here personally when he's in a good mood and lets Charles off for a day or two. If you see him here, be respectful. He's Mondstadt's tycoon, you know. Tell me about the wine industry in Mondstadt. Mondstadt's climate, water, and crops are all perfect for making wine. I have to agree, we are blessed by the Animo Archon. Apple cider and cherry ciders will all taste mighty nice. I forgot to mention dandelion wine. That's one of a kind. Dandelion wine is like a connoisseur. I mean, like cherry cider, I personally like as a beverage. My dad is more prone to apple ciders, but I'm more of a... I like bittersweet things. I wonder if that's like a tell of like who I am as a person. But dandelion wine, by exporting to Liu's trade unions, Mondstadt's wines will be sold all over the continent. They make incredible sales over there. Some even call it bottled Mora. What? Why is it called bottled Mora? I don't know what that's referencing. I wish I had like a button to like put up GIFs that like represent like how I feel about stuff. And I don't do donation stuff at all yet for anything. So I don't have like a I'm waiting for more of you guys to show up for these streams, but I'm still trying to figure out how often I would even stream because we're still in the pandemic. This isn't real. Like, I have a 9 to 5, and I wouldn't be here home right now being able... Well, no, it's Saturday, so I would be. So today would be a stream day. So I could probably say Saturdays at the very least, but who knows? Like, things change so often that I don't want to finite you all to my things. This must be why Dawn Winery's owner is so filthy rich. This is cool. Oh, and all the adventurers look the same? Stanley.
Come in, take a seat.
I'm Stanley. Remember my name. You're also here for my stories, aren't you?
When I was adventuring in the Ashen Sea.
Who are you? Stanley. It's Stanley. Some adventurer you must be if you don't even know my name. I'm a living legend among adventurers, the man who waded through the maw of Javari and Geyser Realm. I have enough stories to tell you 3 days straight. The Maw of Javari. Sharp, that's the best one of all of my legendary stories. On the other side of this continent is a barren domain where nothing grows. A sea of ashes with nothing but silence that will make your ears ring. Goes on. And the monsters created a vortex in Maw of Javari, so I held tightly onto my friend's hand. Goes on and on. Sadly, I was the only one who returned home to Mondstadt with tears in my eyes. Are you guys falling asleep? Wake up, you! Well, I like the fact that you can interact with pretty much anything. So, like, this is how, like, friends would, like, meet up, I guess, in the game. Like, there's still so much I don't know about what this game presents to me. I can still talk to Stanley? Sorry for bothering you. Well, you're leaving? I'm not even halfway done. Nah, I'm out, son. Peace on that. So I assume that I came to this village to start asking questions about... I'm not an amnesiac, which is good. We established that in episode 0. That you're not gonna see, because it was terrible and it was so much loading and whatnot. This is more... I'm just reestablishing a lot of what happened when I came into town, when I finally got here. That light you saw over... Oh! Hertha, coordinate Knights of Favonius. A female knight. Well met. What do you need from me? She's a sword maiden. Tell me a little about yourself. I am the captain of the 6th Company, in charge of logistics. You can just call me Hertha. That's your name. Why could I just call you that? Like... It's always so weird in anime tropes that you, like English white people are always presented with this, like, oh, I am this, like titles. It's like, and like, the anime trope of even, like, an, Nanatsu no Tozai, aka the 7 Deadly Sins. Like, why would you ever, this is why everybody likes Meliodas, because he presents himself as like, I'm Meliodas, I'm the captain of the 7 Deadly Sins. But just call me Meliodas. That's all he says. My work mostly includes the charter and administration of our baggage train, resource management, and record keeping. But Mondstadt's state is as you've seen. With the Grand Master having brought much of our manpower with him, we have since been in a constant state of shorthandedness. Oh, I see. This is very reminiscent of how things started in Ragnarok Online. There's always like the adventure starts and you're like a unique character because you had to like, unlike this, well, not like this game, because you pull your heroes and they're pre-made. I wonder if they would make another. See, that's the sequel to Genshin Impact, the one where you make your own character, and then there's a whole bunch of unique characters, and you don't, and the pulls are like special characters, who you can like base your characters off of, but they can have, but your custom character can have characteristics of other characters as well, ones that aren't even out. At the same time, our inventory is running a surplus to match, so I'm more than willing to exchange some of it for a little hand here or there. I'm taking all comers who have experience in solving problems. With any luck, we'll take some of the burden off of our acting Grandmaster's shoulders. But first, you need to earn everyone's trust, so how about starting from a few small errands for the citizenry? Oh, I see, I'm supposed to head into town. So she's like the quest giver, and that's why she's so close to the gate. And this would probably be a quest. She's like the quest board. That's why there's a board here. I wonder where that goes. Because that went to the winery that gave us the tip about. I forgot all the time that you can like. Okay, so I guess. Sure, like she's like I don't know if is it the hop? No, she sways. Huh. She has her hips. Obviously, girls' hips sway when they walk. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Is there something wrong with the view from this perspective? Like, now this is why I choose to be a boy sometimes, so I don't seem like a perv. I can just admire the character because my demeanor is more of a Saturday morning cartoon hero. You can just climb anything. That is insane. I love that. That is super cool. I still haven't bought my own version of Breath of the Wild. So these are so this is suburban homes, huh? These are homes. This is how people would live in the good old England days, when things were actually okay. Like, you know, like this is kind of like a townhouse. We have different steps. You can see this place covered in snow on Christmas. Raymond, sorry. If you discover anything of concern, you can always report it to me. Is there anything worth visiting in Mondstadt? If it's your first time here, I can recommend visiting the Mondstadt Cathedral. If you're tired, go have some of Mondstadt's famous wine at the tavern called Angel Share, which is where we just were. So what is this? Is this not... Oh no, is this another cafe? What's with the terrace? Snoring. Sharp, black hound mercenary. Marvin's sleeping. Ah, father, please. Oh, you gave me a fright. Who are you? Are you sleeping with your eyes open? I was, until you woke me up. This is an act, you know, something to fool my family, so that this night's rendezvous will not be exposed. Ahem. It's very impolite to wake someone when they're sleeping, so please refrain from doing it again. You won't find me to be so agreeable as my father. Yawn. Okay. What's with the threats? I got a sword right here, my guy. Anyway. Is that sheath? Is that resheath? Is that her sheath? I like the fact the weapons just kind of float behind you. It's very Kingdom Heartsy. Or Sword Art Online. Oh, sorry. Phantasy Star. Who's your father? My family name is Goth. Get the picture? Marvin Goth. My father is the general manager of the Goth Grand Hotel. Don't be fooled by his Mr. Nice Guy act. He's been... That's why... Oh, I put it as stop autoplay. Oh, okay. Go away, get out of here. I'm wide awake and I'm not in the slightest bit sleepy. Oh, okay. Alright. It's fine. He's just going on. What do you think you're doing? Who are you? Shop. Master Goth's PSD. Personal security? Detective? Personal security defender? I guess. If you know the first thing about me, you'll keep away from my VIP. Oh, yeah, PSD. Tss, of course you wouldn't know. PSD, Personal Security Detachment, Bodyguard. We take the hit so our clients don't have to. Personally, I much prefer Merc for hire, but now I work for them. They've insisted on my PSD. Okay, I understand. So if I draw my sword, on your way. So if I draw my blade, what happens? Nope, he doesn't flinch. Okay. That's how you... See, that's interesting. Adventurers flinch, but mercenaries don't. Or at least Sharp doesn't. Respectable. Cannot be phased. I guess I'm supposed to be following that marker. That's... I guess... Is that the winery? Is that the wine place? Must be. But there's so much town. What's going on in the square? There's NPCs out here in these streets. And they have icons above their heads. Raymond, we already had a conversation, I think. This is a very impressive little game. Please look after Godwin. Gloria, I don't even know who you... Are you blind? I don't recognize that voice. Are you a traveler from afar? It must have been so dangerous being a blind person back in these days. Like, living to an old age blind in a world as horrible as we have, as things used to be. Like, that must have been terrible. It must be terrible to be alive and blind now, to have lived through so many hardships and transgressions and abuses and mental ignorances up until this point. 2021. R.I.P. Fallen. Glory, huh? Though I can't see, I'm always here to listen if there's anything you need. And you're a sweetling? Oh boy. Who are you? Sorry, where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Glory. I come here often, waiting for Godwin to come back. I pray he manages to avoid those rotten high Hillicurls and the Abyss Order on the way, so he can come back and be with me soon. Am I rambling again? Sorry. It's just so nice having someone to talk to. Who is Godwin? He's the man I love. He's with the Knights, and he's away with Grandmaster Vakra's expedition. Wow, this man... It was hard to let him go, but I was so proud of him managing to join Varka's expedition party. Sadly, I don't know when the expedition is supposed to end, and all I can do is wait here for him. Dang! She can't see, and she's waiting for a man who got into a high-standing brigade. So you know this man's never coming home. It must be difficult not being able to see. Dumpling, please! I mean, that is the choice that we're given. Should we just talk to her and see? Like, nothing really happens with all these choices for NPCs, but I can understand how Genshin Impact has gotten so much attention with all this level of detail that feels so much deeper than a lot of things. This game looks so much cleaner than a lot of MMOs, and this is a gacha game. You know what? Just gonna say goodbye. I don't want to bore you too much with, like, NPC interactions, because I'm sure a lot of people who, if anyone's walking in right now, has seen everything, and you can play the game for yourself and talk to all these characters and whatnot. I guess I should just keep moving on and talking about stuff that's more relevant for you learning more about me. If you want to learn more about me. Oh, right. I can teleport now. Select the teleport waypoint to teleport to that location. Let's start over. See, so I guess what's really happening here, because I haven't actually played all of Breath of the Wild, like, the game is very much like the original Legend of Zelda, where it's like, nah, just have your own adventure. We can guide you, sure, but you're better off just exploring and learning more about the game on your own. What was that? I'm trying to, like, learn as much as I can about the game. Huh, there's a little island over there. There's so much game to be, like, understood. None of those slimes are here. I feel like this is like a boss. This area feels like a boss area. Like, we'll have to come back here one day. Can you swim all the way out there? I mean, if I die, it's fine. I just want to see, like, what you can and cannot do. What is possible, what is not possible. Like, are there sharks out here in these seas? Will I drown? Which is all interesting. Okay, so these guys are complete perverts. She's got, like, what are those panties called? The poofy ones? Just underwear. Like, she's got, like, spankies or whatever. So I'm not seeing, like, I wasn't suspecting they could get away with getting popular with a game where you've got girls in bikinis and thongs that look like they're 15 years old. And getting big with that. Not that there's anything wrong about people making games the way they want to. I don't want to tell anybody how to. I don't want to tell the good people. I actually don't. Is it Gong Hye Hee Ho? Go Hong Hee Ho? Yo Hong Hee Ho? Yo? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, guys. I apologize. I'm not saying any of you are perverts or any of your coworkers or friends are perverts for ever having to do those things in games. If that's what you want in your game, you should be able to have it and put the appropriate stickers so that the people that they don't want to play it don't play it. Simple as that. Yeah. But I wanted to go back through this area so that I could like give people a better overview of like what Genshin Impact looks like from the beginning, as well as reestablish. How long have we been recording? Oh, just about half an hour. Cool. I guess if I was going to upload this episode, I'd say, well, see you next time, guys, on another episode of Retrograde Where Plays Genshin Impact. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Why did I lose health? Oh, because I died in the ocean. I drowned. I don't have potions. I don't know how to craft. I'm just looking for enemies to fight. Hey, none of those things that were here before are here again. So I can't regather them. That sucks. Things don't just come back. Like, quickly. Like, or maybe I have to use them for them to come back. It was just yesterday. Or last night. I wanted to play longer. But I wanted to get things rolling. Yeah, see, like, here's a good place to end off for this part. So I'm going to try and do like 30 minutes a piece. Look at this prettiness. You can go with all this stuff. You can climb that over there. I'm sure there's stuff up there. I can definitely see. I gotta learn how to do photo mode too, huh? So that you can do like little spinnies of intros and outros. I always loved doing these kinds of things as a kid. It's like, whoa! The game is so epic and cool. Look at her little waiting animations. Awesome. Truly 3D. Genshin Impact. The hottest game of 2020. And it's like, no, it wasn't. That was Among Us. Or sorry, I mean, it wasn't that either. It was Ghost of Tsushima. No, it wasn't that either. It was Final Fantasy VII Remake. No, it wasn't. I don't want to smash anyone's dreams and hopes about what good games were at. Alright, guys, I'll see you later. Welcome back to another episode of Retrograde Where Plays. Dumpling is just getting a stretch out because we're back for more Genshin Impact. Retrograde Where. With your host, the Omega Jack. AKA just Geo or GSP. We're just doing a little bit of adventuring. A little bit of adventuring, guys. Just a little bit. Gotcha. I'm sorry. Thanks for the meat, though. Can't wait to learn how to cook. Can't wait to get the fire ability. Oh, yeah, got some eggs in here. Got some eggs up in here. Let's see these eggs real quick. I like the fact that this pretty dainty girl is a survivalist who is not above stealing eggs to eat, to survive.